I removed my old light fixture. Trying to install new chandelier. Confused on the wiring because the old fixture had wiring for 2 light sockets/receptacles and chandelier just has the 2 blacks and a ground. I understand that of the 2 blacks in my new fixture, one is hot and one is neutral. So I just tried to hook up to one set of the existing wires in the ceiling that were there for old light. Didn't work. Blows the fuse.
Hello. My name is XXXXXXXXXX. I will be happy to assist you with your electrical question. My goal is to exceed your expectations on Just Answer. 1. What are the colors of the wires in the ceiling box and how many? 2. Your new fixture has 2 black wires? There is no white wire in the fixture for the neutral? The wires on the fixture, does either one of them have a smooth or ridged edge on the insulation? Your electrician 41342.13407365574.
There's 2 sets of wires in the ceiling. They were kind of spliced together and they ran 2 bulbs in the old fixture. The wires in one of the bundles are black, white, and ground. The other wire set is red, black, white, and ground. When I took the old light fixture out, the 2 blacks were spliced together and the red and the whites were hooked up to the light.
1. I assume that you have a wall switch controlling the ceiling box for the fixture? If so, how many switches control the ceiling fixture? I need to determine if the switches are single pole or 3-way switches. Can you back the switch out of the wall box and see if it has a red wire? 2. What are the colors of the wires on the new fixture? Are they black and white or clear lamp cord with a smooth edge on the insulation of one of the wires and a ridged edge on the insulation on the other fixture wire? Your electrician 41342.14404144236.
The new fixture is just 2 blacks and a ground. So it just not matter which one is hot and which is neutral, at least that's what I'm assuming, like the polarity doesn't matter. As for the wall switch, there is only one that controls that light. I pulled the switch receptacle out and it has a black and a red hooked up to it. No ground. There is a lot going on at that box. I see several blacks and grounds and all sorts of things all wire nutted together behind the switch. But again, only black and red actually hooked up to the switch.
1. Very good. Thanks for the replies. 2. Since you only have one wall switch controlling the ceiling box and the switch is one red and one black and the ceiling box has a red, that means that the black wire is the hot feed into the wall switch and the red wire from the wall switch to the ceiling box is the switch loop which controls the light. The red wire in the ceiling box is your hot wire when the wall switch is in the on position. 3. Is the new light fixture hardwired or is it a cord-connected plug which will plug into a ceiling receptacle? 4. The 2 black wires on the fixture. Are both wires completely black or does one wire have another color or tracer stripe on it? 5. Is the new fixture incandescent light bulbs? 6. If the new fixture utilizes a regular Edison-based type of socket and you have a continuity tester or a multimeter that can test for continuity, you can determine which of the black wires is the hot and which one is the neutral. Polarity does matter. The hot from the fixture must be connected to the hot in the ceiling. Same goes for the neutrals. The fixture needs a neutral connected to the white neutral in the ceiling. Your electrician 41342.16217711181.
The new fixture is a 3-bulb chandelier. It only has the two blacks and ground, and yes, the two blacks are both just black. Nothing different about them. It will be hardwired. No plug for receptacle or anything. So what do I do with all of these wires to wire my chandelier correctly? It seems like Terry's two separate sets of wires up in the ceiling there. Why can't I just close one off and use one for the new fixture like I tried to? I thought there were two sets of wires because there were two regular old screw-in light bulbs in the old fixture, so I figured one set ran each. But just closing off one set didn't work. There's just too many wires in the ceiling.
1. I understand about the many wires and it can become confusing. 2. Here is what you need to do. The hot and neutral on the fixture matters, and we need to determine which of the two fixture wires is the hot and which is the neutral. Since they are both colored black, you will either need to visually be able to trace the connections on the sockets if that is possible. If the sockets have screws for the fixture wire terminations, the brass screws will be the hot and the silver screws will be the neutral. 2a. If no visible means to check the two wires on the socket, the only other method to determine which wire is which is the use of a continuity meter/tester. The inside shell of the light bulb socket is the neutral and the brass tab located directly on the inside bottom where the bulb makes contact with the shell is the hot wire connection. You would need to continuity these out to determine the correct polarity of the black wires. 3. Your switch has a red wire and the ceiling box has a red wire. Good chance that this is the same red wire originating from the wall switch. Best way to confirm the switch ceiling wire is via a two-prong AC voltage tester or an AC voltmeter. Once you determine or confirm which ceiling wire is leaving the wall switch, then that wire is the one that connects to the hot fixture wires. The ceiling box has white wires, which is the neutral. The white ceiling wire needs to be spliced to the fixture neutral wire. 4. Not sure where you purchased the new light fixture at, but I've never heard of any fixture that has only two black wires. Every 120 volt AC lighting fixture must have a hot and a neutral. This is usually one black and one white or one black and one gray wire, or they will be lamp cords with the insulation having a smooth and a ridged edge to identify which wire is which. 5. Don't remove unnecessary splices in the ceiling, as those splices are for wall receptacles and other circuits going to various parts of the house. You need to determine and confirm the switch loop wire that leaves from the wall switch. This can be easily determined/confirmed with a two-prong AC voltage tester. Your electrician 41342.18645465528.
Okay. Upon closer inspection, one of the black wires on the new fixture has an ever so slightly textured side running the whole length of the wire. The other one doesn't. So then the textured one is hot. Right. So I could hook up the red in the ceiling to the hot of my fixture and the white, or whites, in the ceiling to the neutral of my fixture. What about the black wires in the ceiling box? Should I just wire nut them together?
1. No, you have it reversed. See number 2 and 3 below. 2. If one black wire insulation has a smooth edge, that is the hot wire. 3. If the other black wire has ribbed or ridged or textured edge on the insulation, that is the neutral wire. 4. Since the ceiling box has a red and then the wall switch has a red, most likely that is the same red wire. Yes, connect the fixture hot to the ceiling red and the fixture neutral to the ceiling white neutral. The only correct way to determine which wire leaves switch and goes to the ceiling is the use of a voltage tester or continuity meter, or if the wires are in conduit, you can tug on the red wire. Not sure if you have conduit or Romex cables? Hope this helps. If you have any additional questions, let me know and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Otherwise, don't forget to rate me before you log off. The next time you have an electrical question, you can also request for me at http://www.justanswer.com/home-improvement/expert your electrician. Thanks. Kevin. Your electrician 41342.200577037. 1. Since both fixture wires are black, I also recommend to place a piece of white tape on the textured wire to identify it as the neutral wire. Also place a piece of black tape on the hot fixture wire. This way, you will know which wire is which in case you need to deinstall it for whatever reason.
Last question and I'll leave you alone. I know it's late. And I'll do the rating on my way out. You've been very helpful. As for my last questions, what about the black wires in sealing box? Should I wire nut them together and forget them? And which of the white wires in the sealing box should I hook to my fixture's neutral?
1. No problem on being late. It's all okay with me and I'm happy to assist you. 2. Yes, I would wire nut the blacks together as long as the red is the same red from the switch. 3. Splice the new fixture neutral wire to the same white neutral in the sealing box as the original fixture was connected to. Your electrician 41342.21261673661. Thank you for the excellent rating. Much appreciated. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Take care and have a great weekend. Thanks. Kevin. Your electrician 41342.21728063666.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.